Welcome in, Stanley. Welcome in. Marlon, welcome. 1986 Baldwin, welcome in. Like this, share it. Let's get as many people as possible that want to be in here. I was just sharing this real quick. Morning Glory, welcome in. Make sure to hit that like button as you guys are coming in. Make sure to hit that like button. We're going to play a little clip first real quick while we're waiting to see how many people are going to be here. I'm surprised there's already 14. So let's watch this real quick. And this is crypto, the Fed Chair Powell comments on central bank digital currencies.
Good morning. Reserve Chairman Jay Powell speaking earlier today on a panel at the Bank of International Settlements Innovation Summit on central bank digital currencies, saying that innovation in the financial sector is here to stay. And this is just the beginning of the journey. Powell saying, quote, novel technology like distributed ledger and decentralized finance have the potential.
Remember what I said, we're in a nice little bull movement here, and this helps fuel that fire. So we got a lot of talked about on this live. If you want to show appreciation for all the time, you can always donate. There's ways to do it. You can do a whatever the fuck it is on YouTube. I don't even remember what it's called, but you get the picture.
Potential to improve efficiency of the payment system and encourage a more competitive financial landscape. Now, Powell says the Fed has not made a decision yet on whether to pursue a central bank digital currency yet. He says, though, as part of that process, the Fed is engaging with other central banks on CBDCs to move a roadmap forward, since they would need to coordinate on the technology to ensure proper transfer of monetary policy payments. Now, Powell also says that financial regulations have not been built for cryptocurrencies and CBDCs, and that new changes and even new rules will be required. He says the Fed is looking at addressing those regulatory gaps around digital assets and how they will work in the banking system. Powell also warned that we don't know how some digital products will act during times of market stress and could lead to destabilizing capital flows. And on the flip side, we don't know how stresses in the crypto market could spill out into traditional financial markets. Now, Powell's comments coming after the central bank put out a white paper earlier this year on the pros and cons of pursuing a central bank digital currency. Powell saying today that privacy and guarding against illicit activity are top of mind for the Federal Reserve right now in designing one of those. Julie?
I mean, it's really interesting to me, the Fed examining this and talking about it. I mean, doesn't China already have, for example?
Oh, yeah, they're never going to talk about Ripple, Stanley. Alexander, welcome. Nelly, welcome. No problem, Alexander. Make sure to hit that like button, everybody. 15 out of 21, not bad.
For example, a central bank currency, it feels like the U.S. is a little bit late to the party. It's not going to have a first mover advantage here, certainly.
Well, I'm not sure because, okay, yes, China is testing out their digital yuan. It's in a testing phase right now. I kind of like to think of it the way that Apple approaches the market. It may not be the first mover, but when it finally enters the market, it's got a good grasp on the market and a great product that everyone wants. So I think that the U.S. really needs to be a first mover in innovation and the technology and adopting that. I don't think that China at this point. Yes, technically they have a head start, but I think there's a lot of room for innovation here. And the U.S. wants to make sure they get this right because the U.S. dollar is the global reserve currency. And so we need to make sure that this stands up and that there are no snafus in the global financial system.
Yes, yes, yes. Let's see, what was that? $1.49 by 1986 Baldwin. Look at that. What a guy. I really appreciate that. I do. I appreciate those donations when I come on at. I don't even know what the fuck time it is. 1 something. My son's still up. He's in his room, won't go to sleep. So I said, I'm doing a fucking live. Kenny, welcome in. Jose, welcome in. No problem, my friend. I'm going to do the intro real quick. Let me turn this down so I don't deafen you guys. And Kenny, you might, if you gotta take a piss, go take a piss or do what you gotta do. Cause guys, you know what time it is.
Sunny days, here again. Sunny days, here again. Sunny days, here again. Sunny days, here again.
99% of the time, they do indeed, Kenny, think I'm crazy, and it has nothing to do with me talking to myself in front of the computer.
I wear glasses 'cause I'm so cool. I can predict the charts. Sunny days, here again. Sunny days, here again. Sunny days, here again. Sunny days. Join Tom's Army for $9.99 a month.
Don't worry, Kenny, I got something better for you. Something for around your parts. Small joke, small joke. All right, so how's everybody feeling tonight? I know Kenny's got his happy socks on tonight. Actually, what is it, afternoon where you're at? Out of curiosity, what time is it where everybody's at? It's 1:13 a.m. here. Sounding good, Kenny. Sounding good. 4:14 p.m. Holy schmagolies. Yeah, so you definitely like when I do these lives right now. 11:13, 12:13, 7:13 p.m. Ooh, 10:30 in California. I've been to California one time. Around the San Diego area. Wow, there's a lot of different times here. This is a good time for a live. See, and I figure if I do it at 1 o'clock in the morning instead of 1 p.m. At 1 p.m. I always have like 100 people. And you know, I'll be honest with you. I like having the people in here, but 100 people, man, it gets to be too much. 25, 30, that's perfect. This is perfect. This is perfect. So what we're looking at here is we have a few open trades here, and I know some of you guys got in with me on some of these. Some of you guys were already in. Some of you guys are feeling pretty good. So first open trade from a couple days ago is Doge from 11, we'll just say it was around 0.1180. And everybody keeps asking me about it. Those looking great on the weekly. Look at that stochastic. The RSI's looking fucking beautiful. I think I nailed this 100% on this falling wedge. And now it's broke out. So everybody who's in this, you're looking good. You want to ride this. You're not going to want to sell out right now. I mean, we're looking at an overhead target, like I was saying, of around 21 cents. Obviously, there's levels we have to get through. We've got this uptrend that we can always come back and back test, but we've already got through the major areas. So Dogecoin, we broke out, and now what we're looking for is we're trying to back test here. We know we're not going to get... You never usually just go from here and then break up like this and get that easy road. Usually it makes you work for it, and then it comes down, and then you'll see something like that. So let this play out. Let this do what it has to do. Most of you guys are already up. What are you guys up right now? I know some of you bought at 1180 area, some a little cheaper. We'll just say 1188. Fuck it. We don't need to be 100% accurate. We just know that we're doing well already. 1192 we'll go at. I mean, that's better than 14%, all right. So that's fan-fucking-tastic. Exactly, Nelly. So that's 14%. That's a great start for this channel. This was a great start. And like I said, I mean, I have two different channels, but for the Dogecoin and You Army, we've got some solid trades that we already started. I mean, I see a few of you guys in here. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the format. We've got... You know, we just got the up and down right now because AV in the 30-minute, like, we're up here, but look how we're looking in the daily, guys. Like, up with the stochastic. The 4-hourly is looking good, and the weekly is looking fantastic. So even though there's going to be moments of volatility, if we just play this out on the weekly, this is a weekly reversal candle right now in the making. And there's no downward pressure, so this has been a great week so far. And yeah, there's going to be moments where it's up and down, but hopefully we'll get up to the next resistance level. And then that would be our next push. So our next move, we're trying to get over 165.7. That's our goal in the next 3 days and 19 hours. We're trying to get over $165.70. For Matic, it's over the golden ratio right now. And like I said, all these on the weekly look fantastic. That's what I'm saying. We're not looking at it from a day-to-day right now. We're looking at it from the week. A weekly perspective. And these look fucking phenomenal. Look how low the RSI and stochastic are. The stochastic is oversold in the weekly. So when you start to bring it out into the wider picture, I mean, there's some serious profits that are going to happen. And if you guys don't play yourself out of these and let the FUD get to you, there's some serious gains to be made here. I'm telling you. It's just a matter of, are you going to be able to hold if we have moments of volatility? Bitcoin's looking good in the weekly, but like I said, the dailies on some of these are looking a little overbought. But that doesn't mean it can't dump by just coming down to support. You know, on the uptrend here, it's suggesting that around 42,000, 41.8 is probably the floor right now. I mean, we've hit this uptrend so beautifully on Bitcoin. Like, if anybody's just been paying attention, it could be in the profits. I've had a great time. I've given out a lot of different key things. Commerce Resource was up 20% today. A lot of people were thrilled that are in it. That's not part of that channel, but that's part of our metals. 38 people in here now. What the fuck? There's a nice estate there, and it is expensive. That is for sure. So, out of curiosity, if you guys are in a position, what are you in? Because you guys know I am in AAVE to try to ride this bull flag. And I know some of you guys know I'm in $155.30. I'm trying to ride this bull flag on the breakout. I mean, this is a massive bull flag, and it's been consolidating for over a week. And I've been watching it the whole way. XR Perfection, XRP. Let's go check out XRP real quick. XRP's in a good spot as well. We're at a bull flag, a sneaky bull flag here. And if we're coming down, like I said, the only thing we wanted to do was close over where we did that 804, and we've done it several days. So now even if you had liquidation dump, you would just come down to 804 and ride that out. But I think that's the channel we're forming right now. I don't know why it's right there, but it should come back. We can come all the way back, but I think, like I was saying, after We had the 25 basis point rate hike. What did I tell you guys? You don't have to be nervous about trading the market, correct? Yep, Baldwin, I understand, because you bought in when it was down below 150. But Matic right now, the golden ratio is 155.5 roughly. That's where you want it to hold, break. And right now we're over that level. So that's what you want it to hold, is this level. I don't know why it's right around there. Ooh, Fortuna, me too. I've got a $700 call option on Fortuna for mid-May at the $5 level. And I've got $1,800 in shares. Although Fortuna did miss earnings, but they beat revenue. So if they're gonna miss one or the other, I'd rather them miss earnings and beat revenue. That always gets people excited when they beat revenue. So it's gonna be an interesting day tomorrow. So it missed earnings by 50.41%, but it beat revenue by 4.78%. So reported 198.9 million, estimate 189.831. So we're gonna see. I'm just hoping by the end of May it hits the $5 level at some point, which I think it's going to. It's just we could very easily pull down. Oh, so H-bar as well. Yep, that was a trading alert put out for H-bar in our group earlier today. And I said that was a solid one and we were ready. We're getting ready. And now if you got into that at 21.4, 21.6, hey, XR Perfection, thanks for the $2. That was mighty generous of you. And now we've broken out of the symmetrical that we've drawn out. And I think we've got potential here. We've got a lot of things with potential. I was going to buy H-bar, guys, and split it with AV. But with H-bar, they wanted over $100 in fees, whereas AV was about $48 on $5 grand. It was a huge difference. So that was my overwhelming and overriding factor of why I did what I did. The daily on H-bar is a little higher up. But if you look at the weekly, guys, on H-bar, it's the same as the rest. The weekly is looking phenomenal on all of these. So that's what we're saying. Be patient with this, because by the end of the week, this should be looking good, even if it goes down momentarily. You know, I think these are good ranges right now, especially with ABE, especially with Matic just being at the golden ratio. It needed a daily close over here, so we could hover around here, but that's a nice engulfing candle on the weekly. It's the same thing with ABE. It had an engulfing, and now it's starting to move up. You know, and this is looking off the reversal with an engulfing. Now, like I said, we're trying to get to the $165.70 level by Sunday. So buying it at $155, I mean, you're looking at this right now, understanding that we are going to have to range here this week if you understand the charts, because this is a bullish pattern. So if we want to maintain bullish, we're going to have to range back up. We don't really want this to turn into a squeeze candle, so we'll just do it from here. I mean, that gives you 6.8% just to get back up into here. And then if you break this week, then you can start moving up to the next level. There's a lot of potential here, a lot. Especially if you guys hold this for a few days, more like a week, maybe 2 weeks. Maybe we have to hold it a little longer, but this could be a multi-month hold even. It could turn out to be. Because the market is, if it breaks up like we're talking about, we're going to have much room for profit, and then you can always bounce in and out of things too. I'm very excited because it's the first time I've been able to help you guys in a spot where I think we can actually make money. I don't have Jasmine on my watch list. 23 likes, 40 viewers. Guys, you got to do better than that. Hit that like button. Please. I mean, if you don't want to hit the like button, you can hit donate. You can donate real money instead of likes. And then I'll say it's even. But nobody wants to do that. Jasmine, I've looked at this before. If this is the right one, this is just like AAVE with the candle. That's why I'm excited about AAVE too. A lot of people are talking about Jasmine being very bullish, but it's got the exact same setup as AAVE. So Not as nice of a bull flag, but it still looks good. Oh, of course we're going to look at DGB. That's my baby. I almost feel sorry for cheating on DGB. I do. I mean, like a lot of these, like I said, we have aggressive uptrends that we've drawn on a lot of these, and I can do it on this too. And there's a reason why I got so aggressive with the uptrends, because it's actually been a very key. No, we got to start from here, though. Actually, we could go back farther. But we want to keep an aggressive uptrend here, because the moment it breaks this uptrend... Whoops. Because you want to know once it breaks this uptrend, it's breaking formation. It's going to be hard to... Something like that. And then, like, the cool thing is, too, is now once you figure out the uptrend, now you can figure out the support area. So you come over here and you're like, hey, that's what's going on here. And then it starts to clear up for you. And then you can see we're getting close to needing to break out. That's how all of these are. We're getting close to a breakout spot. So take a picture. DGB is riding the uptrend absolutely spectacularly. 3 hour, it's starting to look a little overbought, but you know, you're gonna have areas of overbought, and then it's gonna come back down. The weekly, all these look fucking fantastic. Look at it in the weekly though. That's a beautiful engulfing candle. That's about as good as you're gonna get right there. A lot of these are gonna play out fantastic. I mean, I've had this drawn out for forever. I love DGB. That was a falling wedge that I said we're going to break out of this eventually. And I even had that uptrend where I thought this was the first time we actually started. And that's because of the way that we only put 25 basis points. I based this whole thing on that. I even made my epic speech. You don't have to be afraid of crypto. For the first time. In a very long time. There's going to be moments of volatility that you have to fear, but only the strong will prevail. Yep. If you're not in, you want to buy the uptrends, but like right now, AAVE is right at my level I bought. Matic is right at the level that everybody's buying because it's the golden ratio around here. Now, if you're looking at Doge, yeah, you'd want to wait for it to validate this push up, because you don't really want to buy in after a 5% push, because then you might as well just wait for the support area to either bust down or come up to the next resistance and make that support. Heard somebody say Shiba. And guys, like I said, my charts are invaluable. Once you get on the same level as me, these charts are fucking invaluable. I mean, look at this. I diagnosed this uptrend days ago. And all you have to do is pay attention. Now look, we're getting squeezed into a zone. We're attempting a breakout here. And in the daily, yeah, the RSI, or I mean the stochastic's going up. But look at the weekly, guys. And we just had a bullish cross on the weekly and the stochastic not too long ago. So, I mean, these are all looking so good. And everybody's like, oh, well, what if I go down 6% in a day? Well, you have to look at the overall pattern. And then the weekly right now, everything looks fucking phenomenal. And I can't help it. You can't overlook that. That's why we're on right now. XLM. Same thing. Look at that engulfing candle in the weekly. Like, we're so early on this. That's the thing. It's so early on this reversal. These are so fucking early. If this really wants to run up, I mean, you're talking some 40, 50% gains we're looking at here pretty easily. And, like, just to get up to the top of this triangle now. We'll go from here. And you're talking about you could make a push before you have to even decide to break out of here, because this is much like DGB. And now, like, what I was telling everybody with XLM is you can always do this and find your way out like that as well. So buying in this area where we first talked about it was key. I don't know. I feel really comfortable with this setup. I feel really comfortable. I want to know what you guys feel. Are you guys comfortable with the way we're doing things? Then when I was looking at Bitcoin, like, oh, we already looked at Bitcoin. I want to look at Ethereum real quick. Because, guys, I look at so much shit that I understand the market structure. One thing I am pissed off about myself because I decided to sleep over the weekend. And I even told Kenny, like, the one stupid thing I did was not stake Polkadot. And I said I had every intention to do it at $18.35 and do a 1 month just stake. And I was so fucking wiped that I didn't even consider it. I did and I didn't. And then the days went on and I was just trying to put out my content and get away from crypto for a little bit. Because I had to focus because I knew the markets were flipping and we have to be on top of this. Filecoin's been on a hell of a correction lately, but I've watched Filecoin for a very long time. So these are all old support and resistance levels as well because I've been watching it for so friggin' long. But I mean, it's so nice though because you can see what was happening here, and once it reverses out of here like it looks like it did, we'll just come like this. There's a lot of, I mean, nah, we could just say that was a steady support. I don't mind that. Oh, let me go back to XRP. XRP, no, I know for a fact XRP, you either want to buy at 804 or wait for it to break that 85.5, I believe, resistance. You're kind of in no man's land because you could very well miss out on a better deal. But I mean, it's in the middle. It's in the middle. You can absolutely buy it and dollar cost average down a few cents if it does go back down. There's no guarantee it goes back down to that lower support. Sorry, I like to be very precise with this. Okay. I mean, that's what you're looking at. So Filecoin could very well be attempting a breakout here. So in the weekly time frame, yep, see, Filecoin's behind. It's only on the reversal candle right now. So if we made a, if we made a nice profit on AVE, we know that the AVE is 1 day ahead of this. Look at this. See where Filecoin's at? AVE's 1 day ahead of the process. Well, actually 1 week ahead. No, it's 1 week ahead because that's the weekly. Look at AVE. Look at AVE. It's 1 fucking week ahead. This is beautiful. It's 1 week ahead, guys. This is how I'm talking about making serious money. You're 1 week ahead on AVE. Look at this compared to Filecoin. Whoever said to look at Filecoin, you're a hero. Look at this. Our next move would be right into Filecoin. If we made nice profit in AVE this week, let's say AVE made us fucking 15-20% by Sunday. AAVE could be moved into Filecoin after, and that would be the logical move. Look how low it is on the fucking stochastic on Filecoin. This might have to, dick around here for the rest of this week just because of the where it's at right now. Oh, it does, Kenny. Oh, it does. So does AVE. That's why I'm excited about the positioning. And I was actually excited about telling everybody that, yes, you can buy the last couple days. Yes. Yes, you can buy. We're just trying to find the positioning each and every day, but you can buy. You can buy as you feel pleased. Because the weekly's looking fucking... I haven't felt this comfortable in a crypto position in a while. Even if it goes down, I don't even care. Like, I honestly do not care. I'm approaching it like I do my commodities. I've sat in commodities on 13%, the last 2 months, and then all of a sudden they turn around for 60% profits because you understand what you're doing. Commerce Resource was down to fucking 15.5 cents, and now a month and a half later it's up to 21 cents. And like when you're looking at this, Gold looks like it's trying to attempt a little bit of a breakout here as well. So this is interesting. You see gold's gonna fucking, and so, this is silver. Look how it broke out. Silver's doing the same thing. So it's just a little higher on the stochastic and the RSI and the weekly. The daily though is where it's at on the stochastic. So I think silver's gonna attempt. It's already attempted a breakout, and I think it succeeded. Gold has fucking cleared this by a mile. So I had to create a channel. And look at the stochastic and on gold in the daily, it's crazy low. The weekly we're a little high, but who cares? These are on breakout now. You're starting a bull run here. And then the DXY. I hit this so beautifully when I called that retrace and then the push up after. Look at it, hit the level perfectly. And it got up there quicker. And we even had dump downs too. But I knew exactly these levels we were going to go. And I even showed everybody. Let me get rid of all this crap. Because now you can see, though, I told everybody with the way the U.S. does their shit, all this DXY was going to have to go nuts. And look at this fucking bull flag it's on. So everybody's like, oh, the U.S. dollar can't go any higher. You want to bet? We're going to try to bail ourselves out by inflating the shit out of this. Can you imagine the U.S. dollar getting back way up there? They got to do something, guys, because the world's ready to not use us anymore. So now we're going to have to come up here. And then you're going to get the biggest shitstorm ever in the history. But look, even though this is going up, what else is going up? Gold and silver doesn't usually go up, and it's been on a nice bull run as well. Cryptos don't usually go up with the dollar currency. It's been on a nice little bull run here. I would call it more of a bull trap because at the end of this, it's going to come crashing down. But like I always tell everybody, don't get caught with your pants down and miss out on easy fucking profits. Run. I put in a buy at 33.5 cents and look what happened. I mean, this could be the biggest one of them all still. This is still so early. It is toast, but don't you know what they're going to do, Kenny? They're going to make it so high that when people turn in their dollars, it's going to actually have some value for us, and then we can do whatever we're going to do. But that, it is toast, and it's been toast for a while. Look at Matic right now. Come on, Matic, 156.6. And look at how this pattern is, too. I mean, this is at the bottom here, guys. This is the other thing with Matic. This is the reversal candle, so it could squeeze down a little bit. But that's why I was looking at AVE, too. I'm like, man, this is kind of like a week ahead. But these don't have to wait. This can just go way up. But look at how perfect of a buy these will end up being. And these are channels we created in the weekly that we could actually do because of these wicks that came down. I think it's more like... I think it's more like that. No. I could see something like that. And that. Something like that. But I mean, doesn't it make it a lot easier to trade when you can see it like this? Even if you can't do it yourself. That's why you're watching me. Remember that. That's why you're my army. I can do this in my sleep. It sure is, Kenny. A lot of these are in that territory. I mean, they really are. Kenny, let me ask you a question. When was the last time you were in a swing trade and you felt this comfortable? I've never seen you this comfortable. In fact, I dare say you feel confident now that we started the new group. Like it's a new lease on life. I had to figure out a way to make everybody's money back who has lost money due to other people. Or, you know, not understanding market structure, whatever the case may be. But I think we're in a very good spot here, guys. I think we did a very good job. We did our due diligence. We just need to play this out properly. And I didn't go live for no reason. I just, I wanted to make sure everybody understood. Even if we were to go down, we're in these ranges right now where we can make some noise. Matic's in that territory. AVE. We talked about Doge earlier when I was starting to retrace under 13 cents. And I said, don't you dare sell this shit. because it's attempting its breakout. You never sell it when it attempts this breakout, because then what are you going to do? Sell out, pay the taxes, and buy back in? Because what's the logical thing? That it could even come down here, right? I mean, this clearly made its breakout. XR perfection. I am, because I always say I hate being the bearish guy, but when I can bring some hope and I know I can lead the way, that's when I can get happy. I haven't felt like this since back in the early days of my show. But I also think I figured out a way to lead everybody. Kenny, we need your side of the world to fucking start doing their job. Well, Kenny, I'm smoking a joint. I don't know. My gut was ringing when AV was at $1.50 or 155, and when Matic was at $1.55. I mean, look how close they are in prices. It's just one's in the 156, one's $1.56. I mean, it's an omen. Oh yeah, that's right. The Asian markets are this time, aren't they? You guys already did your job. You kept us afloat. Man, but AV is so fucking bullish. Because really, what we're looking for, our next target, what we're really looking for is this cup. And why I have the 165 is that's where we want the handle. We want it to look something like that, because then it would propel us up here. And then you'd want it like that. And if it does that, holy shit balls. Our portfolios are going to be dancing. So to here it's 660. To here it's 1350. To here it's 1663. To here it's 23%. This cup and handle, that it looks like this is the inverted head and shoulders. Can you guys see it? If we decide to go up. We need to go up though. But you can see it on AVE. The cool thing is we came out of this, and then this bull flag is the handle. That is a typical bullish scenario here out of this initial cup. So this is what you want. This is the ideal spot you want to be in a position. It's like that with a lot of them. XRP, which is my baby. I just have a hard time buying XRP because I don't like to sell it. And everybody thinks that's stupid, but I don't. I'd rather not buy it until I can hold my baby. I have guilt of selling it. So I won't trade it properly. Last time I held it for months. And then it went up 450%. I mean, XRP is looking good. It's in this channel, and it's been moving really well. I mean, we can even move it down and say that the channel's actually like this. I know, for me, I think I'd be more comfortable saying that now that we've seen it. And you know what? Now that I look at this, I don't know. Is there a chance we could get more aggressive here and say that XRP is actually doing something like that? Is that not that? Because we'd have to come like this, but is this stupid? Look at what I'm thinking. Now that we're getting a little more direction, is this stupid? Or is this what's actually going on here? I think that's what's going on. So XRP is really attempting its breakout right now. What do you guys think about that interpretation right there? Now that we broke out of the symmetrical, now we're kind of in this uptrending triangle. This is more bullish. The other one was just. I always tell everybody, can your TA guy do this? We'll get banned by some. Pitt might be getting ready to break up. Yeah, it very well could be, and it would be a nice time. And Kenny and everybody else who's in a position right now, look at Matic at $1.57. We're getting close to getting to that $1.60 range, and that's where you can start to breathe a little bit. I mean, we already can breathe a little bit because we pulled out of this little cup here successfully on the support. And guys, was that not a great call of the support at 149.2? That sneaky double bottom that I talked about and told everybody, what did I say yesterday? The best thing you can do is buy at 149.2 and ride it up to the golden ratio and then be able to decide there. And look, it came to the top side of the golden ratio, so now you have room. That's all I was saying yesterday, and now I know it makes more sense. Gosh, man, are we good? I think we're doing good. I think we're nailing these charts, and I feel good because I feel like for once I can get through to everybody. I finally figured this shit out. Only took a year. But look, this is where we officially made some noise here with Matic. Finally. We finally made some noise here. Whoops. Not it. But you can see Matic. This is where we finally. This is why I was saying yesterday. It's a perfect spot. God, that's so perfect. And then we bounce off of that. Look at that. All this is so fucking bullish. I can't even describe it. When you take off all the technicals and you just look at it like this, if you know how to draw it out, isn't this funner without all the bullshit on there? Like, you don't need the volume, you don't need any of that. Just draw the pattern out and see what the likelihood is, and then you bring all the rest in so that it can correlate it. I used to say I am the motherfucking indicators, but I used to say that for a reason because I feel like I am. I feel like I have a better understanding of most markets than people could ever dream of. But what I really want is all this shit to go up like fucking 40% so everybody can sit back, relax, and be like, yes. Yes, you know. That's what I want everybody to have that moment with, like, oh my God. I can't believe I just made 30%. I can't believe we all did it together, 20% or whatever it is. I think this is going to be that moment. It's just, do we have to wait a little bit? I think the weekly, though, looks phenomenal. We need to break 43,500 on Bitcoin. If we could do that, I would breathe easier. Right, Nelly, and the only way to do that is if we can make some money swing in this market because we have an opportunity here before we have the massive flush in probably April, end of April, beginning of May. Could linger its way into June, but I think end of April, beginning of May. So I think we have an opportunity here to make some serious money, and that's why I started my my subscription base on my other channel. It was time. Isn't it creepy though? AAV is $157.10. And Maddox $1.57 They're like the exact same. They're mirroring each other. I told you. Kenny, I would prefer 10,000 XLM, 10,000 XRP. That's what I would prefer. just to have it even. Like I said, I forced myself into doing this. I did this on purpose. I bought a lot of silver so that I would only have 5,000 in crypto, and I put myself to the gun, put the gun to the barrel. I put myself between a rock and a hard place because I wanted to. I can see what's going on. I can see silver and gold about to fucking break out like nobody can even believe. And you see how every step of the way this market's had a trick. Look at, even before it came up this next step, look what happened. We had this little nice liquidity dump to 41.9. And this is when it made this dump, and it's supposed to be 41.8. You guys know that. When it made this dump down to this 41.8, hey, I did it accurately. This is when I felt good. When it did that. When it came down and touched that, I was like, yes. Because now the bull flag can play out. And this bull flag, this is what I was telling everybody. As long as I felt like this bull flag, and I'm going to be aggressive. We're doing an aggressive bull flag for once. As long as I thought that this was going to break out, and we're going to use this 42.8 as the breakout point, because this is the resistance that it's trying to clear and break. I mean, this gets you up into this area. I mean, look how beautiful that is when you actually look at this. And look, guys, if it did this, look what we can fill in our pattern. We can even start here. And look at how you can fill in this fucking pattern. I mean, look at how we can stay one step ahead. And that's being aggressive. And you can even come down here and say, okay, well, Tom, but I like it right here. Sue me. It's my chart. I can do it how I want. But look at that. I mean, so there's a wide variety here. Or we can say the breakout would happen over here or down here. But we're up here, so the breakout's clearly, if it comes down here, it's going to be it could make the pattern different. We're basing it on the fact that we did a nice bounce up, and we're going to get aggressive here. Whoops, that's too aggressive. Yeah, that's better. Ethereum's looking good. Ethereum maintained that 3,000, even though it dipped below it a little bit. But now Ethereum is starting to look pretty good too, and it's coming up this wedge. Like I say, I always say I'm the best in the business for a reason, and it's because I can recognize and I can do all this on the fly, and like I could switch this and make it look even different here. We can even show you a slightly different way that this is going. We're up here. We can start from here. But the whole point of this is just to show, like, you can come into different areas. Like right here, we fell through, and you can say, hey, we started to do, and that looks a little bit better. But you can, and that's off though. Like some people would do that, but I think that's off. That's why I have it the way I have it. Some meat and potatoes sounds good to me. How long have we been on? 49 minutes, 40 people watching, 37 likes. I can't complain about that. And for the couple people who sent the donations, I do not forget. I really appreciate that. I mean, look at Ethereum. Now, if it broke out, I mean, that's I mean, you can see it. It's I don't even know if it has to come down anymore. Because eventually, these about 66% of the time, this will break up. And considering market conditions, I believe that this is going to be part of the 66% of the time. I think we just have to be patient, guys, and not get ahead of ourselves, but just, you know, we understood the market setup, and I think when you can approach it with a clear head, like I'm not even acting like I'm in a position, like whatever. I'm watching the market. If it tanks, it tanks. If it goes up, it goes up. But I know at the end of this weekly candle that, you know, by doing our due diligence, we should have something special that's going to start taking place. And my ultimate goal is for, like I said, ABE to pop up here to 165.70. bounce, hit 175 maybe, but use nothing less than 165 as that support. Why did I have 170? Oh, that's too high. 174.6 is where I think it would overshoot. But that's how we would have a bullish scenario. But even better for us is if we could get top side of 174 or top side of 180.7. But I don't think that's going to happen in one shot. I think it's going to make us work for it and have our due diligence, which we will. I don't claim to be the best in the business for no reason. You guys just didn't get to see me trade as much. Now you do. Question, do you like it better when I'm actually trading? Isn't it more exciting? I also think this is probably one of the best lives I've done in a long time. I can tell that because not a lot of people are talking. You're just listening to me. Oh shit, AAV's at 157. I for some reason I keep thinking it's at 155.8. But Kenny, there's our buy-in right there. Got our buy-in back now. And then some. Oh, it's dropping out a bit? Well, that doesn't surprise me. Ooh, 40 people watching, 40 likes. Congratulations. And look, Bitcoin's over 43. So what we're looking for, guys, is Bitcoin to break 43.5 and hold it. That would invalidate any bearish thesis that anybody can come up with. We're getting close. Remember I told you a lot of people would watch it go all the way up and not pull the trigger at all. Not one time. Even though I'm telling him, Ooh, 29 bucks. I just bought silver. I paid with spot. I would have to look. I bought 20 ounces of silver. I always go for the cheapest. Whatever the cheapest silver rounds are, I buy. Or, at spot price. Let's take a look at the Telegram and see what everybody's saying. $157.60, $1.57.2. We got XRP at 83.450. And we're trying to get out of this little spot right here. If we can get out of here, look out. Because then we'll be topside at 85.6 likely. No, Kenny, even though you're trigger happy, you were fine. You did fine. All you did was bought it quick, and then it went up to, 157, then came back down, and I was just waiting for the divergence to back test, which it ended up doing. So I told you, I didn't think you bought it bad. I thought you bought a good buy. For once, I couldn't. Remember I said I can't get mad at you. I just said you have to promise me if it goes down that you're not going to sell it this time. That's all. And for God's sake, I hope this goes up to 165 so you don't have to deal with that. You're always going to be up. Because I know you'll hold it through shit. Unless you're down. You'll hold it. You don't care. If you're up, you'll hold it. You'll let it do its thing. But if it's down, you have a hard time. That's how a lot of people are. So I was trying to find perfect spots here. And I did with those. I think I did with Matic at 149, whatever the hell it was. And then the golden ratio at 155.5. And then I think we found a good spot with, actually all of them. Doge was the best one, though. But remember, Doge was up and down in the beginning a couple days ago. Alexander, I appreciate that. I started our new group with the bang, didn't I? I told you guys I was going to make you ship bricks. Imagine I've only had that going 2 days, and it's going to, but I'm not even saying profits. I'm just saying the way that we've communicated as a group, and it's outside of money. Everybody's starting to get on the same page, and it's something special once you do. Notice no memes, no nothing, because you got to be focused on trading. You can't have all the other noise out there. That's how you get back into the third dimension bullshit. Everybody needs to get on the fifth. If not just for crypto. That's why you guys never hear me talk politics. How many times have you ever heard me talk politics? I never bring it up because I don't give a shit about politics. Even Biden, it's not his fault. It really isn't. He's just a puppet, so. Do you blame him? They got so much fucking corruption on Biden. He had to do what they said. I mean, look what his son's doing. So he's just doing what he's got to do. Come on, Bitcoin. You're starting to press into a nice area here where. And like for me, it was one of those things. I would rather be in and be down money than not buy this opportunity because I can see it on the chart. So even if we have liquidity dumps, I would just rather be in. Oh yeah, Biden's done his stuff too. Oh, trust me, I know, Kenny. I know. We don't want to say anything that they're going to get us kicked off this live. Yep. Jay Ride, absolutely. We need it to break 43,500 in my opinion. Where was this at? It just helps invalidate some bearish thesis if we can get above this level. But we're trying to take out 43,371, and that would be fucking fantastic. We need to take it out. We do. We need to take it out. And the best part is like, this is what I was trying to tell everybody with Bitcoin. If it plays off this bull flag, you very easily could have started a new extension here to where you don't have to go down as far to consolidate. And I keep trying to tell people, you create new extensions as the patterns allow it. And doesn't that kind of seem like Bitcoin is being more aggressive now? And this could possibly be what's going on. And then, guys, what I'm saying is you try to find symmetry. So if that's what's going on, we come over here and we're like, okay. Hey, Bitcoin, so maybe what's actually going on is like this, and Bitcoin's actually attempting its breakout now again out of a new region. Like, you could say that, so, or you could just come down here and say it was more like a channel that started to be created, like a wedge style thing. I mean, there's so many things you can do when you actually start to pay attention to what's going on. Like, look at this. Bitcoin is coming. I mean, look at that. That is probably a pretty accurate interpretation of what's going on here. I just didn't go back as far on the support side. This is either some good cannabis that I got today, or man, I'm back into my zone. I can see the chart clearly, and that's a special thing. And you can see in the charts, like when you see the drops, though, you can see the reasoning for them. So if it broke down through here, we're going to try to come to the uptrend. And unless we ever fall back into this channel, we're bullish. And as long as we stay on top side, we're always bullish. It's just you don't really want to drag down into there, but it can happen. I think it'd be more likely to get rejected at 45.5 before we were to go back down. Like, I mean, a serious downturn. Oh, you betcha, sweet abiding. This is what I do. And all the knowledge and dedication in the world can't stop market manipulation, So that's why you have to just understand what the bigger picture is. Right now, the bigger picture is Bitcoin's trying to make a run to 50K, 51K. And then if it can clear that, then it's going to be something bigger. But we have to do it in levels. We already cleared the biggest hurdle. Remember what I said? You guys remember what I said all day? Let's close over 42,200 in the daily. That's all I wanted to do. Just close over that, and that's what we did. It's just this all seems pretty good to me. There were so many things that could have stopped this pattern, but it didn't. It didn't. And the fact we broke out of that symmetrical, that's fucking huge, because now we can get to the top of the bigger symmetrical, guys. That's what I mean. The bigger symmetrical is suggesting 51,355. I didn't make that number up, and the symmetrical actually lines up perfectly. I do know I was one of the first to call for that level, maybe the first, because I called it right after the Fed rate hike, because it literally stopped this bearish wedge. That's what I was trying to explain to everybody. We were in like a bearish wedge, and it was tightening. Yep, I agree with that, Kenny. And that's how you have to base it. I can give you my best interpretation of the charts because I think I do a better job than anybody. And I think now that I've been doing this for about a year, we're coming up on a year. Can you believe that? I'm getting better with my delivery and figuring out how to get everybody into trades and all this. Yeah. Oops. But I mean, Bitcoin is really trying. Here, let's do this. We'll turn on volume. We'll turn on our price volume trend, which is one of my favorite indicators. And then we'll turn on the Ichimoku. And we're on the top side, which is confirming a breakout. Like, we're on the top side of the cloud. That's a great sign. I mean, we're not really losing volume. Yeah, if the DXY drops, it would be great. But the DXY is set up a lot like the rest of them. A lot like the crypto and everything else. It's actually kind of in a... I'm not sure what happened here. We need to fail the cup is what we need. I mean, see, now this is where it's interesting. Like, wow. I mean, you clearly have a double bottom that's very secure. So if you played this out and just said, hey, that's a very, very, whoops. Gotta be, oh, I should have just moved it up. Because then you can start to play this out and be like, what the fuck's going on with the DXY? And I know this is far out, but this is because we're projecting where they would both meet. So, I mean, if this is what's going on, something more like this, and it's got a long ways to play out, it's on a W reversal, and it would have to fail here so we could finish this pattern out. Or, you know, it doesn't have to come all the way across, though. Usually this pattern would, or, you know, it'd have to wait for the pattern to go a little bit more. But when I'm looking at this, doesn't the DXY look more like it's toast, and then it comes down here, and then goodbye? It must be, Kenny. Must be. What do you guys think of that? I mean, you can make it smaller too because you could say this, which is what I was talking about right before I did it. Either way, it looks like it would have to come down. In my opinion, this looks like it would have to come down either way. You could be more aggressive, which is probably what I would prefer to do and do something like that. Yeah, just like that. So those are your two choices. It's either a widen out pattern or this has got to come down and reconfirm it again. So either way, it looks like the DXY is going to help us unless it breaks out. That's my interpretation. Total crypto market cap flipped green. We didn't. It did it right below our nose. It's been red the entire time I've been on, and it just flipped green. That's a good sign. Look at XDC breaking out as well. Fuck me. I wish I could buy XDC so fucking bad. I wish Uphold would just get their shit together. Because it's attempting to, if you can buy XDC, guys, pay attention to it because it is really, really, really about to attempt its breakout. Look at that. It's about to attempt its breakout. It's actually coming up to it right now. And it already came outside of my downtrending resistance, so this is beautiful. I mean, look how nice this looks too. This is what you want it to look like because then it's, oh man. No, I'm not either. Uphold's giving us a lot of shit. A lot. And they're giving us staking with Polygon and Ethereum right now. Can you believe it? I chose sleep over staking. Wouldn't it make it obvious just to stake because I'm sleeping? Like, what a dummy I am. There can be. But with the stochastic being oversold, that's what I was saying. Let's see if it can push over. Because it could easily just come down to the uptrend at 81.6 and clear up some of that stochastic. But yeah, it can move with it being overbought. Look in the weekly. Because you're looking in the daily. So the daily is going to play out, and at some point it's going to have to come down. Like, I think XRP is not in as good of a spot, but a lot of the market is still signifying like it needs to come down at some point. It's just a matter of where. Because right now Bitcoin is trying to signify a small bull flag here. And it did it on this new uptrending support that it may have started. So yeah, it can go as high as it wants. Stochastic, I've seen it over 100. Just start to watch the market structure. Like I say, sometimes the indicators are there to fool you too, because if you can't read the charts and you can only read an indicator, sometimes it'll keep you left behind. But if you can read the charts and then use the indicator, it'll help you get a better picture. That's why the other night we didn't think it was going to drop more than about 41,800, and that's why we had that buy target at 149.2. When a lot of people thought we were going to 38.8, and I said, look, guys, unless this is going to be aggressive, I mean, we had no volume to support the drop. And it did a fake cross on the EMAs, and we said we need to watch this, but it's no reason to get nervous. You could, Alexandra. Let me bring out the stochastic and the let me get rid of the RSI and the stochastic. I mean, the XRP in the 4 hours stochastic's looking fine. It's looking fine. And then the RSI, if the RSI crosses the moving average, which is the yellow, that's a bullish divergence in the RSI, so that would be a good sign. Because we could create a dual divergence here on the bullish side on XRP if it just pulls up. That's why it's tricky, but yeah, it could alleviate some pressure here a little bit if it came down to the uptrend. But sometimes just by sitting around, it starts to alleviate. Like, look at the 4 hour with ABE. Doesn't look terrible, but it's the daily time frame that you start looking and you're like, ooh. But what that means is we could be having a move up first, and then it's going to come back down and create this handle at 165, and that's where we would alleviate the pressure. Because the weekly, you're like, holy shit, that looks great. What the hell's going on? The weekly looks fucking phenomenal. The daily looks like ass. And the 4 hour looks like there's room to run. So what that tells you is in the immediate short term, you're okay. By some point midday or end of the day tomorrow, you're probably going to go down. But by the weekend or end of the weekend, you're going to be rising pretty substantially. Just got to know when to hold them, know when to fold them. And I think we need to hold them for now. That's just what I think. I can't believe I'm still on here at 216. Julie's going to kill me. But my son's been up, so send $1 to keep me alive. Wow, 46 likes and 41. I can't believe 41 of you are still watching. Yeah, this is exactly what Kenny said. Plus, sometimes my mind, like, guys, I have such bad PTSD from car accidents and other, the things that have happened, so. Or Viagra. Yeah, it looks like that's what AAV is trying to do. We just popped the Viagra for AAV, and it looks like. But I mean, if you're buying in on these, we bought the exact breakout point. That's the absolute perfect buy. It's where we broke out of this triangle. Anywhere in that triangle is such a good buy. Obviously, if you bought it before it got up to the triangle, that was the best buy. But I'm saying from a swing trading purpose, this is where you want to buy because you confirmed, guys, like I always say, we want to see what a bullish cup and handle looks like. I mean, this is as fucking bullish as it can get. Unless market manipulation happens and tanks this, you're not going to get anything so bullish. That's why I put it in my group, and I don't think a lot of people took us seriously in the Telegram. In the one Telegram you guys did, but in my other one they didn't. I was dead serious at $155. I've been dead serious about this market. I kept saying I don't want anybody to get left behind because they're afraid to buy in because of bearish sentiment. Right now, you just had to trust yourself. I trust myself. I'm the fucking best in the business. Even if this goes down 20%, I'm still the best in the business. I just misread the charts. I didn't misread anything, though. It just means that it reversed back down. Because you can clearly see the breakout points are lining up. What you don't know is I secretly won the market. Oh, you want to know two things? I want to show you something Julie made me. And she was thinking about giving these away to the legendary members. So Julie's like, she has a gift for crocheting. She can crochet. What the hell is this? Oh, hey guys. But that's so small, I don't know. I guess I could do this. Hey, what's up, everybody? So, Julie made me this. And look what she did on the back. I don't know if you guys can see, but it actually says Tom's Army, but obviously it's going to be upside down. But she did that. She made me a turtle, because turtles are my favorite. Look at that. That's some fucking quality right there. But you guys don't like my stuff? She also made me this. See? And then she made me this. This little guy. I like all these little... These are supposed to be like the mascot for anybody who remembers Sherman. No, she's fucking does great work. And instead of getting down about her foot, she taught herself to do this after she got injured. She made me very happy. I guess I could keep myself on for now, even though you can't really see me because my laptop is pointed up. So, you sent me, check your wallet, I sent you an email. Oh, oops. Wait a minute, what? You play? I was looking at my phone real quick. What? Yeah, see, Sam has to deal with the same thing. He had the same problem with Freedom Card. I used to do the same thing, my Chase Freedom Card, and then all of a sudden I reported on it. I did an update and I was pissed. All banks in the US are not letting you buy crypto with your bank cards or your credit cards anymore. So I have to use my PayPal card to buy crypto. It's bullshit. But I mean, with Bitcoin doing this, guys, we're gonna it can start a mini alt season. That's the whole point. But we're taking this off now because I don't want to see myself anymore. Bye bye. Plus, I get an easy promotion there with Tom's Army, you know? Tom's Army. Check wallet, I sent you an email. What wallet are you talking about? I must be an idiot. But then again, it's 2:22. Well, it was 2:22. Now it's 2:23 a.m. But like Bitcoin did a divergence, a bullish one on the stochastic, because we moved through the moving average. The stochastic moved through the moving averages, the support trend line, and it did the same thing in the RSI. So yeah, we're way up here, but understand when you're way up here, if you're having a run, you can come way up here. And I know we're way up here right now in the daily. The 4 hour, though, still got room. And the weekly still so low. I'm sick of Bitcoin. I don't want to keep looking at Bitcoin. Algo is still very undervalued. Very undervalued. That's another one that we're going to have to look at if it hasn't made the move, Kenny. It might even give it time to alleviate some pressure. I mean, look how good the RSI looks on all of these. Shiba's behind, though. Shiba's a week behind. It's a weekly candle behind, in my opinion. So you're going to be able to see what the market does and give you a little bit of a look at what do you call it? At Shiba. But Bitcoin up 257 now. It's trying to do something. I mean, you can even say this with Bitcoin in a 30-minute, because when you break it down into smaller time frames, you can theoretically start using these wicks and do something like this. So, I mean, that's also an interpretation, but it all points to the same direction. Because this is just a smaller part of the pattern. But we're getting confluency here. We're going to break ourselves into that area. But you guys do know our time is coming to an end, unfortunately. I can't believe I made it to 226. I'm proud of myself. If there's any last minute people that are watching that want to join Tom's Army that might have been thinking about it, or anybody who's like, hey, I'm going to send him a donation right at the end, speak now or forever hold your peace. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to smoke a joint with you guys, and then I'm going to be off. Be nice if we get a nice 5% push real quick out of Matic and AVE. I am liking how they're pushing up very nice and slowly, though. And Matic, the farther it gets away from that golden ratio, the more of a chance it'll keep using it as support, and that's what we're trying to do. Thank you, Kenny. Thank you. And the beautiful thing is tomorrow we have class. And every one of you talking and watching in this live, if you're part of Tom's Army, has the ability. Or any of my armies, for that matter. If you're in Tom's Army or the Dogecoin and You Army, you are entitled to my classes. Look at this, Kenny. Look at this, Kenny. We need this to bust up. This is what I've been waiting for. We need to break this area. Come on, baby. Kenny, this is where it can run quick if we can break 43.5 with confluency. Damn it. We just want to break 43.5, and it'd be great to do it while I'm rolling my joint. We don't want any big bursts. This is fine. We just need. There's a lot of volatility right now. That's for sure. Somebody got excited. That was the breakout, though. Look at that. It broke that area. It actually broke over that area for a second. That's what we're looking for. We're looking for a candle to break that out. And now it can bounce on top of this triangle. I mean, Bitcoin's just consolidating now. That's what we wanted to see. Bitcoin actually did what we wanted to see on this live, ladies and gentlemen. Give yourself a round of applause. We earned this joint. Now any position bought underneath that breakout right there was a good buy. So anything from 42,888, because this, even though we had a wick pull down because the half hour, it ended right there. This is kind of setting up as a sneaky bull flag here that could break us out of this region. We're going to see if we can get some volume in again, but that was interesting. And like what it did is it allowed us to get a little separation with Maddox got 1.48% now from the golden ratio. We've got AV 1.22% from, actually more than that. We're more than 1.28% from our buy-in because it was down when we bought in. Well, Craig, my classes are on a different platform. That's why. But I don't know why you can't chat. You're the only person who can't do it, and it's so weird. Holy shit, they're talking about cannabis-infused gummies on the fucking stock channel. Jones Soda enters cannabis-infused beverage market. So Jones Soda is entering the cannabis-infused beverage market. I don't know. I play the finance channel in the background because I'm cheesy. I looked, I'm like, man, this guy looks like a pothead. He looks like he's enjoying some stuff like me. But look at the volatility right now. This is interesting. Fucking Jones Soda stepping into the 22nd century. Fucking Doge. We get a little bit of a good spike out of Bitcoin, and Doge goes down a little bit. This is where Kenny would be like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. Because if Kenny bought in Doge, no offense, Kenny, but it would have been right up here at 1385, and now you're like, son of a fucking bitch. It's already at 1360. I'm not sitting in this. Oh, I know it is. That's the problem. That's why we need to make this move up before Friday. That's something else. That's why we have this volatility scare that we're gonna have, possibly. And that's why I was hoping to get a 10% run on my personal things I'm holding. But you can invalidate a lot of these options expiring because some of them are going to be left out of the money. So if it breaks up too high, then the shorts are going to be fucked. But this could also come down real quick. It's that volatile time. Oh, that's all you need to know then. The bulls are probably going to keep it above 42K. And then the farther up over 42K they get, the less shorts are going to even be able to be paid. And then if the shorts have to cover and buy the long positions, that's going to make it go up. It's going to be a nice weekend is what it tells me. I don't know. It's just the market right now. It makes me nervous. It always does. Because I know we're going to have to sit through the drop on Bitcoin back to 42,800 at least. Because we didn't get over this. That's what I wanted, was to get over that. It almost did it for me too. But it's nice though. Bitcoin is maintaining a level of 42,000. You know, but this is looking good now. The one thing you see is that's an empty area. So that was a beautiful pull up in the 30-minute. You know, there wasn't much pressure to the downside to start this wick. So still got 24 minutes left, but to start this candle was pretty good. But all right, guys, I'm probably going to leave it at that. It's been a nice session. Just remember, we're going to get areas of volatility. But at the end of this, when the options expire, I believe it's going to be in the long's favor for the first time in a while. And we know the last few times the options expired, we had a nice dump. But that's because shorts won out and the longs had to cover their shorts now. Because they had to buy the short, you know, they had to fucking sell out of their shit. But now the shorts are going to have to cover call. They're going to have to cover their longs now. Because they're going to expire on the shorts. I don't know. There's too much money to the top side right now, and it just all plays into this. And to me, like 2:36 in the morning, this is almost like after hours because the U.S. is out of play right now. Even though we don't control a lot, we control certain segments because we're stupid with our money. So a lot of the times they have some fun trading right now, and then you wake up and you're like, fuck, I should have bought it at 155 on AB. Now it's at 161. Now what do I do? Or now it's at 158 or 159, and you're like, son of a fuck. Yep. Yeah, but the good thing about silver and gold, like I showed, silver and gold are attempting breakouts here. Some pretty significant ones for the first time in a long time. And we already got over this, so. If we can break up, it's gonna be some fun fucking stuff here. We got some fun stuff going on, ladies and gentlemen. Ooh, we're at 1.923 trillion. If we can get back over 2 trillion, see what we're looking at on the support levels. This is one that I refuse to delete because I've been watching the total crypto market cap since it was way down and way up. So I have all these support levels going all the way up to 2.757 trillion in resistance. But I do have a symmetrical drawn inside. If I can't even fucking find it, probably. So right now we're trying to get on top of 1.924 trillion. And we're at 1.937. So we're pretty close. If silver closed 26.25 would be fantastic. But all right, guys, have a good night. I gotta go. It's been a blessing. It's been a pleasure.